everyone! Today I'm going to be going over how I personally style a Bakugou wig from My Hero Academia. The wig I'm using as a base is an Apollo and Natural Blonde from Epic Cosplay Wigs. First things first, when styling a Bakugou, I like to tease the entire base wig all over so it has lots of volume right from the get-go. Now, unlike with a lot of other wigs I style, Bakugou doesn't have any specific spike placement, so where the spikes go and how they look is really up to you to interpret. The first place I like to start on any wig when starting to spike is all the hairs that frame the face. Since you can actually see where the silhouette of Spike's touches face on the reference art, this is a good place to start. To begin, I lift up the top layers and get to work going from the bangs all the way to the spikes by the ears, basically anything that's touching the face in some way. For all the smaller spikes, I fluff them a bit with my teasing brush and then smooth them out, just to give them a bit of volume and dimension. With all the smaller spikes above the bangs, I try to angle them from one radial point outwards based on this area of the head. Basically, it looks like all the hairs in the front kind of pick a direction and emanate outwards from there. Again, this is up to you since this hair isn't consistent in this regards, but I like the look this gives my wigs. For all the rest of the larger main spikes, I go back in with a teasing brush and tease the base some more before smoothing out my spike chunk and spraying it in place with some hairspray. For this part, I just kind of find sections that look like a good place for a spike, grab a chunk, and spike it. It's a lot easier to just go over the entire wig, sectioning out spikes like this in a really rough way, just to kind of get an idea where they all go and see if you like it before committing to a place with crazy amounts of hairspray. Another thing I should probably mention is that as I go downwards towards the sides of the head, I trim those hairs a lot shorter than the ones on top. This is because on the official art, you can see the spikes become a little more contained near the bottom of his head versus the top, so I try to bring them in a bit to match that. Oh, and since this is a really important part of the entire process of working on a wig like this, I want to talk about teasing. So recently I was putting my friend through a crash course in spiking wigs, and one of the things she mentioned during this crash course is that the way the spikes get teased really makes a difference in how well the spikes hold up. So the one thing I really want to emphasize when teasing for spikes is to really get into the base of the wig with your teasing brush. You want to be aggressive with it. Well, not too aggressive, you don't want to kill your wig, just let it know who's boss. Also, make sure when you're teasing to hold onto your hairs firmly as you backcomb. This creates more tension and better teases your hair. So, long story short, get rough with it. You need the hairs really tangled at the base of the wig so they hold each other up. Okay, so once he's styled, I go over all my spikes with clear tacky glue, twisting the hairs together at the end to seal the tips off. Then I trim off any hairs that are longer to clean things up. And last but not least, I spray down my wig with 4 to 5 coats of hairspray, drying each coat in between sprays just to make sure it stays in one piece for as long as possible. And then I'm done. So that's how I style a Bakugou wig. I hope this walkthrough helped, and if there are any other wigs you'd like to see me style, please leave your suggestions in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps you with your own wig adventures.